As of now, we have learned, uh, you know, how to bring the data in to AWS, how you're able to crawl it, and then we have learned around AWS Studio, how you're able to kind of able to crawl the data from different data sources and able to get the information. So today I thought like I will be covering two part of it. One is definitely just showcasing the flavor how you able to use Glue to connect to database and like how you able to call the database, how you able to uh, you know build a job around the database, etc. So those things which we're going to learn, and then we're going to move to the new service called AWS Glue Database. Okay, and then we're going to learn how you're able to use AWS Glue Database for different kind of work. Uh, One other thing, when you work on AWS, if you have to learn anything, you need to. There is something called we have a workshop. Uh, there are like n number of stuff is being available on AWS workshop. Like people to we build so many content for people to learn during the AWS workshop, and a couple of them is being given by me by me as well. Okay. So one other is you have this immersion days, right? So we can show you like news. This Blue Immersion Day will give you really good idea around what all content you're able to learn around Blue end to end. Uh, the the good is like this workshop is being built by me and by my colleagues, but I am the owner of this workshop. So it's a really good content with you to kind of learn about if you're very specific, like interested around you, how to get started. Like it has a lot of really good information. And also we are building this AWS Blue Learning series, which has a really good content for you to work upon. Like if you're interested in learning Blue in 90 minutes, Blue immersion thing, which is like literally it has almost 12 to 14 hours of content that we are working on. If you're working on any migration project, you're able to use it, and then we are working on this optimization part of it, and then we are having this new data tools. Okay. Similarly, this is about Blue, but there are like a number of courses being available for you to use. So I can put this on chat. You can guys, bookmark this. This will be helpful, for your future if you ever looking to learn anything on Glue. Similarly to Glue, like we have a immersion day for Athena. We have immersion day for EMR or any other services, right? Which I have talked to or in past or which I will be talking in future. So this is what I wanted to share. I think I forgot to share it in a previous workshop. It could, in previous session, it could be something I could be sharing. So and now, last when we were working earlier, we have learned is how you able to bring the data from, uh, you know, let's say I have a CSV file sitting somewhere and being stored in S3, and you're able to do that. But you able to use Glue to work on your databases as well, right? So in order for you to work with the databases, the first thing you will be doing is creating a connection. So when you're creating a connection, you will get an option to, hey, I wanted to create a connection. Then you're able to create a connection to different data sources. Uh, you're able to go and create the connections, provide the connection name. You can provide the JDBC URL here, right? It has an option for you to connect to multiple databases. Uh, for instance, the native connectivity with RDS instances, you're able to go and connect with an RDS instances if you're looking to connect with an Aurora, Aurora MySQL, Aurora Postgres, you're able to connect that. Also, you're able to connect MySQL, you're able to connect Postgres, Oracle, etc. etc. Uh, Here you will be providing your URL for those instances and then username, password, and then that you will do connect. So for instance, I have made this connection for this this database. So this is my database. Like you know, Let me show you. So if I can go and Cloud9, right? So Cloud9 is an ID for you to work on AWS. Like okay, if you're looking to you know some kind of ID to work within the cloud, uh, that Cloud9 you able to use it. It's nothing but an EC2 instance with some better CUI, which you're able to connect to, if you're able to develop your code, you're able to try out, test out everything else. That everything can be done on AWS Cloud, right? Just in case if you're not aware. So here we have this Cloud9. I will be going report with it. Anchal, Anchal. Okay. Sorry, my kid. So here, what we're looking to do is, you guys are able to hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. So we have this. Okay, yeah. So let me create a new terminal. Go tools here, Windows. You can find a new terminal. You're able to connect to MySQL. So this is the URL, right? So you can be able to connect and then so databases. So I have this RDS instance up and running. I have multiple databases. I will be using this classic model here, and once done, so tables. These are the tables I have in this database, right? So this is my database up and running, and then you're able to see the data, etc., etc. Now, ask is like, okay, how I am able to go and connect to the database. So simply, like you have to provide your URL. I will be just copying the URL from here, so it's going to be easy for me. And then you have to provide user ID, and then you have to provide see what the password is. Okay. Yeah. This is the password. So let me grab the password as well. So once you can go and simply create going and connections, create connections. Uh, just maybe JDBC then. Here, then we will be providing your URL. URL will be like, hey, this is JDBC protocol, like whether it's a MySQL, MSSQL, any Postgres or any other, that you will be providing a host name. You will be a port, and then you will be providing the database name. Let me see if someone is join. Uh, okay. So what we're doing is, let me paste. So this is like, I have already copied to see, similar. So you can, like, when you will be working with your databases, that will be the similar. You will be providing your database connection name. So this is my RDS connection name. This is the port, and this is the database name. And this is the protocol because I'm connecting to MySQL. If you're connecting to Postgres, it will be different, etc. Here, just keep everything, in some databases where you have to bring the driver, or if you have to bring, if you have a driver being installed, means if it's not available with AWS, you can have your driver being installed, put it into S3 and point the driver here. For MySQL, there's a native driver being available within AWS team, so we can easily able to connect. So here you will be providing username. Here you will be providing the password. So one question usually comes in mind. Hey, how I can able to secure my database connectivity within the uh, right within AWS network. So this is where you will be having your VPC, and everything is being configured, and then this way when you will be configuring, you will be configuring using your VPC, and then you have to create a VPC endpoint to connect to your database. So this way, your internet, you will be not making over the internet connection. Once done, you will be having this connection being created. You will just simply go and make a test connection. It will be then you will be when you're making a test connection, just select that role which you are looking to use, and then it will be help you to get the connection being started. So I'm gonna have been used VPC to connect to the databases, right? So and once you're able to make a connection, then you will be using that connection to connect to the other, connect to your mm, database. So here, let me see what that before. Okay, so this is the previous connection which I have made. I have not provided with VPC and all those connections because I'm not able to remember what all VPC I have used. But anyways, this is being kind of created in past, so this should work fine. Uh, but it will give you an idea how that works, right? So once we have test connections, it will take few minutes. So we'll be canceling this one. Uh, I can just simply go and create a crawler, right? So now we have the database connection being built. The next step for me is to go ahead and create a crawler. So remember when we were creating the crawler, it is similarly there's no difference except this time we will be using uh, you know JDBC connections. That's it. So JDBC MySQL JDBC add a data source. Here we have to add the data source. Last time we have added S3. Here this time we will be going and adding the JDBC. Uh, and when we will be using a big JDBC, I will be using this one because this was like being tested. And once done, like I will be providing the database name and where all the tables are. So in our case, the database name is the classic model. So right, if we go back, look into the database, right, this is where I have all my data. Classic model has this maybe like 7 or 8 tables in it. So I have provided classic model, and then That's it. That will add it as a data table. I will be going next and next. So here I will have to select the have to select the role. So I will be using the role which was created earlier, and then you will be giving the database name. Maybe you can give some name here. Database. You will use the demo. So let's select refresh it here, and here we will create a SQL. What is happening? All the data which is coming, it has a MySQL prefix, so this way it will be easy for me to understand. And once done, I will be good. Now I will be going on the main scroller. The scroller will be going and trying to connect the database and extract the metadata information from the data. So, for instance, I have already called this one in past. So MySQL, and this is where we will be having all the data. See here, all the data is called, brought in, and like it's showing classification as a MySQL. If I go any of this one, I will able to see the definition, right? Similar to what I have the definition in my source. So similarly, right, I have a definition in my in the source. So this is there. One thing which is being really interesting, kind of brought in within your within the mm, with the blue is blue data quality. So you may want to explore that option as well. So that allow you to kind of put a data quality check against your data against your data, right? So you're able to easily run it with data quality. It will be so here you will be selecting any of the data one, and with new data quality, you're able to go and run history. To be always so actually, okay. So there are so many being available within the tool. This is all the it, like it used to be different. So the UI is being changed now. But again, the last one when we have executed for this table, this is what kind of data quality which we got against this one. So it will give you like a whether you know what all marketplace is there. Just check against it. But what are if the threshold is more than that, marketplaces too, blah blah blah. There are so many data qualities being recommended by the data quality. You can able to create your own data quality where you will be going and working on the Indian data application as well. But this is a new feature. Maybe you want to explore, and I have wrote a blog about it, which is also I have covered like how you're able to build this data quality. So that may be helpful as well. And there are other colleagues who wrote about there are other feature of the good data quality. Maybe that will be helpful for you to as well to go and look into this feature. This is an interesting feature and maybe helpful if you're preparing for if you're looking around any data quality requirement or if you wanted to know about data quality in general. So where we were, yeah, we were creating the crawler, and we ran the crawler to extract the metadata. What was the crawler name? GDBC something something. Uh, this is what the crawler name I have given. This is the crawler name I've given, like GDBC Dynamo something. Yeah, I think this is MySQL GDBC Dynamo. So this crawler is being still running, like still running. Okay, so this crawler is being executed, right? So if you see here, uh, this crawler has executed, it's completed in 3 minutes, 33 seconds, and it's able to extract this eight metadata from it. And data source is this is being right. So it will be bringing the data against this JDBC demo database. Like if we go back and look into this JDBC demo, we're able to see all those eight tables in here, right? So this is it is. So now if I just simply go and select any of, like, let's say, let me go and select this one here, and if I go on the data quality, I should able to uh, getting started. I use while we are not getting the data, run the data quality check here. So create the data quality. Okay, so it will asking me to provide the recommendation. Let's say if I have to run a recommendation, let's say. It also asks me, like, if I have to generate the recommendation, if I have to filter the data through which I'm looking to generate the recommendation. I don't want to have to do that. I just wanted to run it against, I will be using this one. So this way it will run fast. So I will be executing, and then it will be generating the recommendation around the data quality. So once the recommendation is being done, I will able to put the recommendation. I will able to do the recommendation. However, let's say if I already know what kind of a data quality I'm looking to do. For instance, if I go here and we are running with the orders. So in order, I know there are 326 records from the archive there. So if I have to just put a data quality row count, so I can just simply able to add the row count, and I can say the row count should be equal to this many, right? So I can just simply save this data root set, call it row count, and save it, right. Okay, it will be equal to, and I can remove this one. So if I just simply save, it will be okay. So here, this is one of the data quality, right? And column. There are there are many data qualities being available for you to work upon. You're able to see if that is a primary key or not, right? If I have to check if that that particular column is the primary key, right? Similarly, let's say if it came as in if I have to. So here, if you see this order number, this is my primary key. I have one check this picture. Let me see. So if it's primary ID, right? So I will be going and putting this as an order number. If this is a primary key or not, so I will be just saving the tool set. Once done, there I can see here that my data quality recommendation is being generated from the tool. You all runs, you run the tool. So this is what I got, like row count between blah blah blah, with the completeness comment. This is like let's do let me take this one common value. If I have to check like whether my column is has this much value or not. So all this nice tool you will be able to get. But if you already know your if you already know what all recommendation you need to put, you can able to go and put this recommendation. So we had these two rules been added to it. So just simply go and run this through your where you want to have the location data quality rule is being stored. You can just select any bucket where it will be getting stored. Data quality. Uh, that's there, and then you will be able to go and execute it. Once done, it will be kind of giving like a pass or fail, right? So this way you will do an validation as well. But this is more on the crawler side. Similarly, you have an experience, right? Like let's say go and build a data pipeline and try to see how that's going to look like. So here, let's say if I'm building, bring the data from MySQL and have the data being stored into S3, right? I will be creating this pipeline where I will be going and hey, this is my source. In a source, I will be saying, hey, this is like crawler because we had this crawler, we have crawled the data sources anyway. So and I will be selecting JDBC from JDBC demo. Yeah, this is one of the first my database which we have created. This is the table which I'm looking to use. This is the output schema, right? Uh, Again, it's like you able to go and evaluate the data quality as well. So similarly, what I did earlier is I will be looking to maybe the row count. So before even like let's think of right, hey, I have a data quality. I'm building this ETL pipeline, but in an ETL pipeline, I wanted to ensure my ETL pipeline only when executing if the row count is matching with the row count I have here. So my row count for this table was uh, equal to 6, right? So only if all the data is there, this is that that's where you're able to run the row quality. If and what if like if it's failed, you have an option continue with the job, which is the default option, or you can able to fail the job to loading the data to target and fail the job without loading the data to the target. So all these options being available for you to do that. Uh, Again, if the data quality rule set fails, maybe you wanna send a notification as well. Hey, if the data quality rule set fail, what will be the outcome of the rule set to look like? So that will be looking to have and other thing which you're able to do that on in here is uh, you're able to put like, if this is error or not against the original data as well. Like, so there's an option for you to go and so here, if you're looking to like have the data being loaded, you're able to do that here. So one thing which was there is like, hey, you're able to send a notification as well in case of failure, because everything is being published in CloudWatch, and that's why you're able to configure your SNS to send a notification to if that job is if the data quality is failed. Okay, so we are not looking to have any. So next will be, hey, once it has been done, now I wanted to have the data being stored into test period. So I wanted to have the data being stored into Parquet. I have selected no compression, and then I wanted to have the data being kind of being stored here in S3. So if you see here, it's giving me error, right? I will be when the parent is reading or output good, but node S3 does not accept a fully collection. So what is happening here is it should be like where I will be having two. I will be doing the data quality evaluation with the two data quality checks, right? It means when I will be evaluating the data quality, I will be having kind of what do you call uh, two checks is being made where I will be selecting or joining the table together and using as an output. So in here I will be also having one source, and then I will be kind of selecting this source here, and then I will be putting this as an parent node. Will be the point output as a collection, but the node does not accept the collection. This is again identify. So let's say if you're working on a two data quality rule set, you able to provide that as an output. I think this is being recently being changed. Data quality output as a collection, but I know that it's not accepted as an accept the collection. I mean, the collection and let me see if I can put as an output and use that as an input to this original data. I will be doing it, and I will be using this as an original data. Okay. So I will be outputting like, okay, what is happening here is we are evaluating, and then after the evaluation, we are looking to see, we're looking to output, you know, the original data from here. What we're doing is the data quality check. So now once the data quality check is being done, we are getting the original data like what we had here if the data quality check is passed, right? And and then we are outputting S3 because we were not getting the data because this is the data. This is just an data quality check here. Make sense? Why we were getting the error earlier? Any questions so far? Okay. So yeah. So earlier, right, when we were with- doing the data quality evaluation here, so what is happening is we are not outputting any data. So that's why, like we were getting that error because it was showing this is in collection because we are just doing a data quality check. We are not outputting. So we have outputted this data, and then once we done that, we are outputting this data to S3 location where I will be giving how the data is going to look like, uh, you know, um, PPT orders, and we will be good. So once done, I will be saying, hey, create a maybe just create a database. You can just select uh, any or maybe just select like PPT demo itself. Just select this one here and I will be giving it S3 and orders. I will be following. So this way you will have your entire pipeline being built where you will be bringing the data from source, which is as a MySQL. You will be performing some data quality check, or you will be outputting the data quality check after you will be outputting the data from the data after the data quality check from MySQL, and then you will be storing the data into S3. This is super simple pipeline, but from the JDBC to S3 to using with the DQ. So DQ is the data quality. And now I will be going and let me save this job. So when I will be saving this job, it's giving me some error where I will be okay. So let me select the rule. I am rule here. Once done, I will be able to save the job. So I have saved the job, and now I will be able to go and execute the job. So this is where it's able to go and you know now you're able to see this run detail where it will be kind of running against it. But this is running. Let's go back to the previous crawler, right, where we have data quality check against sorry, not the crawler. Our previous table where we did a data quality check and see how that is how that went. So the database name was JDBC demo, and the table name was orders. We have performed the data quality check. Let's see. Still not showing anything here. Yeah. So we ran this to data quality. You see here, both of them is passed, showing here. So it means the row count is matching with the 326, and this column as came as in scientific column because it has a unique value. Okay, so this is the data quality rule. It's passed, but if I have if the row count is being less or if it has any duplicate value, it will have been failed. Make sense? So this is the data quality when you creating two data catalog, right? We call it data quality access, and this is data quality when you will be building your ETL pipeline, right? So when we build the ETL pipeline where we are bringing the data from MySQL, and then in between we are performing the data quality rule check, and once the rule check will pass, we will be we will be moving the data we will be getting the original data set, and then we will be running, like, storing the data in a S3. So if you see here, this is your job. Let's say few details, and this job is completed. And we'll, we go back and look into this job, be able to see how this job is being done, right? This is how the job application kind of showcase you, like, what all things have been happened with this job. Other thing is in here, once that has been done, you're able to go and able to see the, like, your job here. This is the job. If I go back here, sorry, here if we go and look into the data quality. So here we have performed this one data quality where we wanted to check if the row, how the value will look like. And this is passed as well. And then once done, we will be got our data. So we have stored the data in, again, in our JDBC database, and put that prefix as an S3 there, so we can go and look there. So this is the JDBC. Yeah. So if you see here, earlier all the databases which came from the MySQL, it was showing the classification as a MySQL. Here my data is being stored in S3 and the classification showing as in Parquet. Okay. We can go and view the data. So it will be taken into data. So now after data is being stored into that S3 location, we can go and look at S3 location as well for the user. It's been stored, and this is where Athena. This is where I have my table stored. So hope you got a sense, right, how you're able to connect to your JDBC databases, how you're able to crawl the data. Once the crawling is being done, how you able to run the uh, you know run the data quality check against it. If the data quality check, like, and then we will be outputting. So if you see here, this is as the orders. If I just simply go and no output location is provided. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. So here, if you see, I will now I'm able to see the data as well. Let me simply go and do a count. 326. And similarly, we had 326 rows in here as well. So this is how you're able to build end-to-end pipeline with the database. And again, I have not shown you very complex ETL transform. There are like a number of complex ETL transform you're able to build against your pipeline, but this was an idea for you to how you're able to bring the data from your database, how you're able to put the data quality against it, and once done, how you're able to store the data in an S3, and then how you're able to do a query. So this is all means, again, right? Glue has other functionality as well, such as, like, it allow you to do a sensitive data detection. Like if you have a PII data against your data set, you're able to do that as well. It has something called fuzzy map as well. So if you have a two different data set where no relation between the data set, and if you're looking to identify if there are any relation between the data set, you're able to do that using the record mapping itself. This software is being used for orchestration. There's something called Blueprint. This is more like, hey, I have built this. I will be using this ETL pipeline again and again, again and again. So I have created this blueprint, and I'm looking to use this blueprint to build an ETL pipeline, etc. Schema registration is again very interesting if you're especially working with the streaming data sources like Kinesis, Kafka, which we're going to cover in upcoming sessions. So if you're working with the streaming data sources, you're able to you're able to register the schema and say this is how my schema look like. Even if there is a change in schema, I don't want to take those changes. I still want to use the changes which is use the schema which I have defined here. Okay, this way I will be not failing my downstream application, and the downstream application using the schema will be defined here. So I wanted to start with the Glue Data Brew. Again, Glue Data Brew, I can give you an introduction and then we can continue with the next session. So just think of like, hey, everything in here is either I will be using UI or I will be creating code. But the Glue Data Brew is primarily being catered towards for the persona who used to work with an Excel sheet. So like, hey, I wanted to see the data, how the data looks like. Then I wanted to make a manipulation against the data, or I want to do any aggregation against data, etc., etc. So all those things is being like it's literally a no code, low code service where you have not to worry about writing a single line of code, and you can able to perform all the transformation just while looking into the data set itself. So just think of it's very uh, it's a uh, when you were working on a Excel, it has limitation like how much data you can able to store. But if you have a lot of data and looking to have a UI experience, this is a service you may want to have a look with Data Pro. And this is what we're going to cover. Once we're done with the Glue Data Pro, we're going to learn about service called QuickSight, which is a visualization service that will kind of complete our batch processing part of it. Once done, then we can move ahead with the streaming, where we're going to learn about Kinesis and Kafka, and how you're able to build this real-time streaming pipeline and have the data being stored into your data lake. So hopefully in next 3-4 session be able to complete this entire like batch. But batch can be done in next 2 session, and thereafter we can take 2 more sessions to complete the streaming. So this way, like I'm hoping to have 4 or 5 sessions to complete this entire course. Okay. Any questions?
No, Navneet, everything is good so far.
Perfect. Okay. So if there's an and I still have to upload the last session. It was in multiple pieces, so I didn't get much time to kind of work and edit everything. So I will be uploading that this week, and I will be uploading this section as well for you guys to review. Okay. Any questions before we leave? Any last question?
Good for me to know
Perfect.
about.
Perfect. So yeah, then we'll see you in our next session. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.